Dear students, today we are going to discuss about this natural language processing second unit about basic logical form language. Basic logical form language and encoding. Two topics we are going to discuss now. The first one is basic logical form language. So what happens in basic logical form language is, see, always we know that whatever that we are requesting the system we are receiving, okay, it is displaying, but internally how the form is going to change, the language, okay, whatever that we are asking requesting in any language, so it is depends, it is converting through the logical forms to the system, okay, and it is reflecting and it is replying, okay. That is about the basic logical form language encoding, how in the transmission of the request received to the system and system to the end user, how it is encoding decoding we are going to discuss now, okay. So these two topics we are going to discuss now. Basic logical form language and encoding. What is the basic logical form language? The semantics or meaning of an expression in natural language can be abstractly represented as a logical form. Whatever that here we are requesting to the system is as logical form. Once an expression has been fully parsed and its syntactic ambiguities resolved. What is syntactic ambiguities? Ambiguities is nothing but it is more or less the confusion. A state of confusion is moving from the state of confusion, okay. So it is going parsed and syntactic ambiguities resolved. Its meaning should be uniquely represented in logical form. When it is converting into logical form, it is the whatever that statement is settled, is easy to understand to the system that is there, okay. So logical form of a statement is a precisely specified semantic version of the statement in a formal statement, okay. So informally, the logical form attempts to formalize a possible ambiguous statement into a statement with a precise and unambiguous logical representation with respect to a formal system. In an ideal formal language, the meaning of a logical form can be determined unambiguously from syntax alone. Logical forms are semantic, not syntactic constructs. Therefore, there may be a more than one string that represents the same logical form in a given language. Okay. So we can see what is a logical form and how it is converting. Example of argument, a statement how we can consider is to demonstrate the important notion of the form of an argument, substitute letters for similar items. Okay. So here you can see throughout the sentences in the original argument, that what is the original argument here? All humans are mortal. The first argument is all humans are mortal. Second one is Socrates is human. And third one is therefore Socrates is mortal. All humans are mortal. Socrates are humans. Therefore Socrates are mortal. Okay, these are the three statements, three arguments are given. So the argument form is represented as all H or M. H, what is the H here? H here, H is humans and M is mortal and S is Socrates, that is. So all H or M, S is H, therefore S is M. See, initially we studied in mathematics about A is equal to B, then B is equal to C, then A is equal to C. So it is also same way, that is A is equal to C in terms of A is equal to B and B is equal to C. So all that has been done in the argument form is to put H for human and humans, M for mortals and S for Socrates. What results in the form of the original argument? So moreover, each individual sentence of the argument form is the sentence form of its respective sentence in the original argument. Okay, so what is the argument here? For example, if you want to search in the Google or like that anything, see here we are searching this image is explaining about searching about the restaurants. what is a good Korean restaurant near UCA campus? Near our campus. So here it is displaying the list of the restaurants nearby the campus. How it is coming? See, we are able to see the output here, but internally this statement argument is converting into the forms, logical forms. Then it is going with many hurdles it is going to pass, and immediately we are able to see the result. That is the meaning representation is like this. Okay, so here to go into this form, here the statement is divided into domain properties relations. Domain properties relations. What is domain? A domain is a collection of the objects. Domain is a collection of the objects. Is it not? For example, your friend or anyone can ask you, hey, you are working in software. Yeah, I am working for. What is your domain? What is domain? Domain is a set of. For example, I am working for a hospital domain. I am working for a banking domain, like that. Okay, so I am working for C++ or I am working for Java. So all the technologies are one domain. Or are you getting my point? It is related, one relation of the objects. Okay, and properties is about the names or the aim of books or chemistry or any human names or like that, properties. And relations are between domains and properties. Okay, what is the purpose and what is the relation? This is about the domain, properties and relations. Okay, so first order logic. What is the first order logic? Is terms, relations, formula is about constants and variables. What is the constants here? It is the name or the titles are like that, books are like, or any names. Okay, A, B, C, like that. Variables are X, Y, Z, where the objects can be changed. Okay, relation, that is unary, binary or n-ary, or what is the relation between the arguments or the constants or the like that. Formula is using in how many ways it is connected to the terms. In how many ways it is connecting to the terms. Here you can see that is unary is good, X or noisy, X, Y, Z are the variables. Okay, and binary is likes because it is not more than one, and single unary is good or nice or bad or like that. Binary is more than one relation, that is likes and those like that. N-ary is, it is a range, it is a range from A1 to A2 to AN, relation from A1 to AN. Formula is n-ary relation, that is R, and n terms, that is T1, T2, T2, Tn. Likes, Amir, noisy, and this and that. Keep in mind, binary is, it is likes, more than one relation. Then if F is a formula, then so as not good. Okay, so it is what happens? Not good. Okay, Boolean operators, that is Boolean operators are likes, Amir, and secrets, like Amir and or not. Okay, and or not also can be used in the formula, and quantifiers, quantifier for all and for everyone, like that. Quantifiers for all and for everyone, for each and everyone, like that. See here, translation between the first of logical order and this natural language processing. Okay, so Gogi is not loud, that is Gogi is not loud, Gogi. The logical representation is not loud, Gogi. So some humans like American. Humans is, it is binary. Okay, humans are likes. Okay, so some humans are like Americans, ex-American. Okay, so if a person likes Eureka, they are not friends with book. Okay, if a person likes Eureka, they are not friends with Brook. Here, this statement is converting into relational numerical is for all the person X don't like X or Eureka gives not friends with X and Brook. Okay, every restaurant has a long wait or is disliked by Amir is a statement. The statement is converting into the logical expression is every. That is every restaurant. Okay, restaurant is an object. Okay, constant. Every restaurant has weight. Okay, and or relation algebra, relation abbreviation likes binary Amir and X. Everybody has something they don't like. Here, this statement is converting into the relational is every X don't like likes X Y. Okay, there exists something that nobody likes. These are all the logical translation of the statements of the arguments. Okay. So logical step. Everybody has something they don't like. Everybody has don't like likes X comma Y. Okay, binary relation. So the denotation of a natural language sentence is the set of conditions that must hold in the model world for the sentence to be true. Okay, so this is called as a logical form of the sentence. This is called as the logical form of the sentence. What is the logical form of the sentence? It is about less ambiguous, can check truth value by querying a database. If you know it's true, you can update database. Questions become queries on the database, and conferencing a document is same as chaining. Okay, conferencing a document is same as a chaining. Here lambda calculus. Okay, so this Python is using the lambda and lambda calculus. What is the purpose of the lambda? It is implies the truth table. It implies the truth table, and it is minimizing the ambiguous. Okay, so abstraction is about if y is a first of logical formula, that is lambda and y, lambda x and y, that is v is implies to truth or false. Okay, so definition, anonymization of v, that is the set of v. What is the application here? Lambda v into g plus assembler, and lambda v into v, it is anonymous of lambda. Okay, and example of lambda applications. These are the example of lambda applications, that is lambda x likes a comma x into b, that is binary operation, binary logical operation of x which don't like lambda x, lambda y, friends x, y, comma, so a. It is the meaning of the friends x, comma, y, friends, and it is the binary operation. Okay, lambda y friends of ay, lambda y friends of ay is c. Okay, likes ab, and lambda y friends of ay as friends of ac. This is the combination of the relational statements of the arguments. Okay, semantic attachments of, that is context free grammar. Okay, semantic attachments of context free grammar. NNP is nothing but noun on how it is pronounced. Andrian is a noun. Okay, and this is VBZ, that is verb presentation with third sequence, word presentation with third sequence, that is likes lambda f, lambda y for all x, f of x is equal to likes y comma x. Okay, and JJ, that is prepositions or conjugatives, that is expensive or like that. Okay, noun statement, that is where the names, objects, that is restaurants or restaurant, like that. Noun pronoun, that is noun pronoun. Okay, and noun pronoun, that is equal to prepositions, and that is noun and verb. Okay, and verb phrase, noun phrase, verb phrase, and the statement. These are the semantic attachments of the context free grammar. See, internally a statement is dividing in the form of like this. noun, noun form, verb form, that is conjunctive, noun, verb, noun phrase, verb phrase, and statement like that. Okay. Here we can see the context free grammar to lambda calculus. How it is converting. The statement is converting into noun phrase and verb phrase. Noun phrase and verb phrase. That is noun phrase again noun phrase, and verb phrase is again it is verb phrase. Verb phrase and noun phrase. It is likes, name. Noun phrase is Adrian, and verb phrase is likes, and conjunctive is expensive, and noun statement is restaurants. Okay, a statement is divided into the parse tree like this, parse tree. Okay, here also this statement is the same, but it is giving more information about lambda v of lambda z is always restaurants of z for all lambda w and restant of w of v. Okay, so a statement is dividing of combination of verb phrase and noun phrase is a combination of statement is dividing into a noun verb from and verb phrase. Just now we have seen. Here it is mentioning the statement also how it is dividing and converting. Okay, how Adrian likes expensive restaurants. Okay, here it is also how this context free grammar related to the lambda calculus. Okay, so verb phrase is about the verb phrase instead of noun phrase. Okay, here we can see the for all x is likes and expensive restaurants. Expensive or expensive and restaurants. Here it is Boolean relation. Here it is the binary relation. Okay, and here context free grammar to lambda calculus is the statement is again divided into the phrase. How the statement is dividing and converting into the machine language. Okay, Adrian likes expensive restaurants. Tricky cases, what it is that eat food or eat. Okay, so some verb, what happens, lambda y, lambda x, eat yx. What is yx is the arguments are eating. Okay, eat, that is eat y, lambda y is eat y. Okay, here also the two different statements. Bob ate a waffle. Bob ate a waffle and Amy ate a waffle. Two statements are there, two arguments. So ate Bob waffle or ate Amy waffle. Okay, here what happens that Bob Amy ate waffle. Is it not? So for all x, waffle x and or ate Bobby. Okay, waffle is eaten by Bob and Amy. The statement is reflecting in the terms of the machine language is like this. Okay, so Bob and Amy ate waffle. Okay, two statements are combining. Alice danced. Alice danced. This is the examples we are showing here to understand how the statement is converting into the logical form. How the statement is converting into the logical form. Alice had been dancing when Bob sneezed. Okay, so sneezed and and here it is Boolean relation. Okay, start sneezing, end, time and no. Okay, like this. So tricky cases sometimes. Bob sings terribly. Bob sings terribly. Terribly sings Bob. Okay, it is converting to machine language, understandable language, easy understanding language. Terribly sings Bob. For all E present R type. Okay, this is the sequence of the statements of relations. Okay, agent E Bob manner like this. Okay, and combinatory categorical grammar. Okay, CCG, combinatory categorical grammar. It is about syntax to combinatory categorical grammar. Okay, to lambda calculus. How it is happens. See, CCG types are instead of non-terminals, it has infinitely large set of categories or types. Okay, so primitive or complex. What is primitive here? Just now we have seen the context-free grammar, a statement is converting into verb phrase, noun phrase. Okay, so pronoun and conjunctive, is it not? That are the primitive types. Complex is about the relation between S by NP. S statement is dividing into noun phrase, like that. So it is primitive is about the context-free grammar, and the complex is the relation between the noun, pronoun, like that. Okay. What are the CCG combinators? Instead of rules, we have a small set of generic combinators. It is too easy to simplify the things. It is context-free grammar is X gives YZ. X gives YZ is X gives Y, X gives Z. As we studied in calculations, that X gives Y, Z is X gives Y and X gives Z. And also YZ belongs to X. That is Y belongs to X, Z belongs to X. Class of types. It is Y is a class, Z is a class. So YZ is a class belongs to X. Application combinator, that is forward and backward. What is the forward? How it is the equations are going to simplifying in a for it is like top to bottom, bottom to up. It is like top to bottom, bottom to up. So noun phrase how it is converting, and statement how it is converting, how noun phrase is converting, like this. Okay, so far we discussed it is statement is divided into noun phrase and noun phrase. Okay, the dog bit John, yellow dog, the dog. These are the nouns that are making a statement is dividing into the context-free grammar. Okay, conjunction combinator, X and X belongs to X. Okay, what is the statement here? Cats, dogs ate eggs, dog drank beer. Okay, here one statement is cats and dogs, and another statement it is John ate eggs and drank beer. Okay, how the statements are dividing. So here noun phrase is dividing into noun phrase and noun phrase, that is cats and dogs. Here one more statement is John ate eggs and drank beer. Okay, statement is dividing like this, noun phrase and noun phrase and noun phrase. Okay, here also the statement it is same like that. Okay, how in the statement is converting, okay, with different statement. Composition combinator, forward, backward. This is X by Y or Y by Z belongs to X by Z. Both are. Okay, X comma Y belongs to Z. Okay, or Y by Z, X by Y belongs to X by Z. This is the forward relation, this is the backward relation. Okay, the statement is dividing into the context-free grammar. And type raising combinator, that is forward and backward. Okay, how the statement is, just now we have seen X implies Y by Y implies X. Okay, next topic is text encoding. What is text encoding? Text encoding is a process to convert meaningful text into number or vector representation so as to preserve the context and relationship between words and sentences, such that a machine can understand the pattern associated in any text and can make out the context of sentences. When you are giving a statement, that statement is based on the statement we are able to get the information, but that statement is converting into the encoding and decoding. Yesterday also we have seen encoding, decoding that. Okay, so let's try to understand a few basic rules. That is, machine doesn't understand characters, as we know that words and sentences. Machine doesn't understand. What machine understand? Machine will understand only the binary information. These words, sentences, characters are converting into the machine language. Machines can only process numbers. So text data must be encoded as numbers for input or output for any machine. Text data has to be encoded or decoded from numbers to the characters words to the numbers. Okay. Why to perform text encoding? Why to perform text encoding? It is nothing but to communicate to the system. A word is converting and encoding and decoding. As mentioned in the above points, we cannot pass raw text into machines as input until and unless we convert them into numbers. Hence, we need to perform the text encoding. Text encoding. Okay. How to encode text for any NLP task? How the text is going to encode with the different methods that are the index based encoding, bag of words, and TF-IDF encoding, word to vector encoding, BERT encoding. We'll see what are the different encodings are there and how it works. As this is a basic explanation of NLP text encoding, hence we will be skipping two methods, word to vector and BERT. Because we are in the initial of the natural language processing, we are able to study the first three. We are eliminating the last two. Okay. So before we deep dive into these two things, we should know about document corpus. Document corpus. What is a document corpus? This is the whole set of text we have. Basically, our text corpus. Okay, means it is dividing in a such a way to understand the system. We will see. Can be anything like new articles. Can be like any new articles, blogs, etc. Is it not? What is a blog? It is converting the system, and it is the message is converting like that. Okay. Corpus is nothing that when a statement is converting into in such a way to understand the system. So, for example, we can see that what is a corpus is, we have 5 sentences, namely, this is a good phone, this is a bad mobile, she is a good cat, he has a bad temper, this mobile phone is not good. How many? 5 statements are there. So, what is the relation between how the statements are converting into corpus? Data corpus is about the collection of unique words in our document corpus. That is, in our case, it looks like this: a, bad, cat, good. So, the 5 statements are dividing into the words like a, bad, cat. So, here it is giving a unique number. A is giving a unique number, bad is giving a unique number, cat is giving a unique number, like that. A to 15. There are 15 words. Okay. So, we will stick to these sentences to understand each embedded method. This will make it easier to understand to grasp the corpus method. Here you can see index based indexing. Okay, index based encoding. That is, here we have given that A is equal to 1, bad is equal to 2, 3. The last word of the 5 sentences is that this is the 13th word. This is the 13th word. How it is converting? Now that we have assigned a unique index to all the words, so that based on the index we can uniquely identify them, and we can convert our sentences using this index based method. It is very trivial to understand that we are just replacing the words in each sentences with their respective indexes. Our document corpus becomes like this. It is a combination of, see, 5 statements we have seen, that 5 statements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 statements with the word unique number word is 13, 7, 1, 4, 10. Is it not? That 15 words are giving the unique numbers are of 5 statements. Okay. Now, as we can see, the first sentence has 5 words, but the last sentence has 6 words. So, this will cause imbalance in our model. Okay, 5 stated words, 6 words. So, to take care of that issue, that we do is max padding. That is, max padding is adding 1 to the least one, which means we take the longest sentence from our document corpus and we pad the other sentence to be as long. This means if all of my sentences are 5 words and one sentence is of 6 words, I will make all the sentences of 6 words. Like now, if we do add that extra word here, in our case, how do we add that extra index here? If you have noticed, we didn't use 0 as index number, and preferably that will not be used anywhere, even because we have 10,000 words of long data corpus. Hence, we use 0 as our padding index, which also means that we are appending nothing to our actual sentence, as 0 doesn't represent any specific word. Hence, the integrity of our sentences are intact. So finally, our index based encoding are as follows. See here, we are adding 5 to 6, the next one with 0, 0, 0 in the first 4 statements. And that is the one encoding method. And second one is bag of words. Okay, so as we know that we divided the 5 statements into 15 words, and bag of words is another form of encoding where we use the whole data corpus to encode our sentences. It will make sense once we see actually how to do it. Okay, so data corpus is like this. As we know, our data corpus will never change. Okay, now first sentence we have is this is a good for. How do we use the whole corpus to represent this sentence is like this. Okay, so as out of the statements, it is dividing into 1, 0, 0. We are doing this, system is doing according to its convenience. According to its convenience, system has to convert a statement, a word, to binary number based on the requirement. Okay, so our first sentence becomes a combination of 100, 100, 100, 1001. This is how our first sentence is represented. Now there are two kinds of bag of word, that is binary bag of word and bag of word. Binary bag of word and bag of word. Okay, so let's say our text sentence is, this is a good phone, this is a good mobile. Okay, if you consider two statements, what are the two statements? Binary bag of word is about, it is giving the binary number of 100, 100 like that. Here the bag of word, the second one is, it is about 200, that is, what is 2 here? A, bad, cat, good, has. It is how it is converting into 2. Okay, so if you see carefully, we consider the number of times the words this A is A and good have occurred. So that's the only difference between binary and binary words, that is binary BOF and binary words. Bag of words totally discards the sequence information of our sentences. Okay, third one is term frequency or inverse data frequency. As the name suggests, here we give every word a relative frequency coding with respect to the current sentence and the whole document. Term frequency is the occurrence of the current word in the current sentence, that is the total number of words in the current sentence. Inverse data frequencies, which is not repeated, log of total number of words in the whole data corpus, that is with respect to the total number of sentences containing the current word. Okay, so this is the equation is using the term frequency, that is TFIJ is equal to the total number of words by summation k of Nij. Summation k of Nij. Term frequency is IDF. Okay. Okay, inverse data frequency. So what is inverse data frequency? One thing to note here is we have to calculate word frequency of each word for that particular sentence, because depending on the number of times a word occurs in a sentence, the term frequency value can change because it is repeating the same word, whereas the inverse term we can say value remains constant until the value, unless new sentences are getting added. So let's try to understand the experiment is out. Data corpus is about the 15 words. Okay, so term frequency is this in sentence is 1. Number of this word in sentence 1, total number of words in sentence 1. Okay, so inverse data frequency is log of total number of words in the whole data, that is TF is equal to 1.1 by 5, that is 0.2, and IDF, that is inverse data frequency, is log E 13 by 3, that is 1.4663. Okay, so term frequency and IDF is about 0.2 into 1.463 is equal to 0.3226. This is the equation of the term frequency and inverse term frequency. Okay, so we associate this is as 0.3226. Similarly, we can find out term frequency of every each and word in binary BOW or BOEW. So let's try to encode our first sentence. This is a good phone is of a binary BOW is, it is A is having point, B cat like this. Okay. So this is about the two topics we discussed today is about the basic logical form of language and encoding. Okay, so you just go through these two topics. If you want to know more about, you can mail me so that we can communicate and we can discuss. Thank you.